I'm going to talk to you guys quick about a leak for Nintendo. Now, it's an interesting leak only because he's not really sure this stuff is getting announced at E3, so I don't know that you can call this an E3 2019 leak or rumor or whatever, but it is something that's worth noting just because this person has gotten a ton right already at the Microsoft and Bethesda press conference, and he posted rumors for them, over 20 hours ago at this point. And this person is well known in the Smash community as a legit leaker of Smash DLC characters, updates, all that stuff. If you're in the Smash community, you probably already know who I'm talking about, and that is Vergiben. So I'll have a link down to his leak below from, a day ago where you can actually go and check all the things that he said that have already proven to be right today. But there's a couple games he brings up for Switch that are currently in development, and according to him anyways. And one game in particular I know is going to really excite you guys. The other game, if you're into it, I'm sure you'll be excited too. They are Nintendo IPs. So obviously at this point moving forward, these are spoilers for 2 new game announcements from Nintendo. Again, he does not say that these games are going to be announced at E3, but he knows about them, and one of them is pretty far in development, so it wouldn't be shocking to see it at E3. But here's what he says. I currently don't know if it is going to be revealed at E3, but I know of Metroid 5. A new 2D style Metroid is in development. I don't know which developer it is. I've heard 2 current names that could be behind it from last year, but it seemed more speculative, so I'm not going to mention who those developers are. There's also a new Warioware game for the Switch, and it's another thing I have heard about for a while that is in development. I don't know if this is being revealed at E3. At least I don't know right now. So, again, this is one of those, he has information on these 2 games, but he's not sure when they're going to be revealed. If you're wondering potentially why you should listen to him, let's not even go back into his past with Smash because that could take all day. Here's the things that were unveiled today that he got right. Now, Elden Ring was being leaked by everyone, so I don't know if we want to give him credit for an Elden Ring leak, but he did also say that Elden Ring would be set in a dying world, be revealed at E3's press conference, and so will Tales of Arise, which again, there were multiple people saying that, but whatever. He did leak Minecraft Dungeons coming in early 2020, and he also said it would be on Switch. That obviously came to pass. He gave out that Xbox Project Scarlet would come holiday 2020. That obviously came to be true. Again, though, you could argue that's a lucky guess, but you start adding things together, and it starts to become a little bit more than luck. All right. He said, let's see here. He talked about Deathloop being made by the people who did Dishonored, the new IP being revealed. That was revealed today. He revealed that the Elder Scrolls Blades would be coming to Switch. And again, that was confirmed today, that the Elder Scrolls Blades is coming to Switch. He talked about Fallout 76, and he said that it was going to get a new Battle Royale mode, which I heard is, funnily enough, that I'm inclined to believe that they got that desperate to try and save the game by adding that in. Also, that there would be an update where human NPCs are back, and both of those things were true. He heard about Dying Light 2. He leaked that. Story of Aiden. Not Pierce, of course. He's probably infected. Coming spring 2020. Again, proven to be true. Cyberpunk 2077, he said, has a character that looks like John Wick with cyber arm, apparently. And who was that character? Well, that character was none other than Keanu Reeves, who plays John Wick. So it just so happens that the character looks exactly like John Wick does, or like Keanu Reeves does as John Wick. So, needless to say, that's pretty damn specific and what ended up being spot on. A whole bunch of other stuff as well. If you want to go through it, some things that we won't find out till tomorrow. I don't want to get into that stuff because then obviously I'm starting to spoil things for other press conferences. And I know I don't think that, that leaks in particular hurt E3. They might hurt your excitement for a press conference. I don't know. To me, they increase my excitement for a press conference because now I know what I'm going to see. So now let's see it and see some gameplay. That's what I look forward to anyways. Fine, CGI me out, but give me some gameplay. But I will say that, Metroid 5 and Warioware wouldn't necessarily be the biggest leaks out there. But they are games that some people are going to be really excited for. I know in particular I'd be really excited for Metroid 5, especially after Return to Samus. I think what happened here is Return to Samus did so well for Nintendo. It was so well received. They're like, look, we can't just be making the next Metroid Prime. We should probably make another side-scrolling Metroid game. And so they did. And I don't know when it's coming out. Obviously, I don't have any information on it. This is just going off of him. But if it's real, I do hope it gets revealed at E3. It would be kind of a nice, hey, look, we know we had to delay Metroid Prime 4, but dude, we have another Metroid game coming for you to look forward to that'll come out sooner. I think that would be a very smart idea of Nintendo to reveal that at E3. As for WarioWare, I mean, that's always one of those side dishes. And when we get it is when we get it, and there really isn't much more to say other than that. So take these rumors for what you will. This is kind of the end of the day here on Sunday, June 9th, before things get crazy with all of the press conferences on the 10th. Obviously, we have Nintendo stuff on the 2nd, and then myself and Eric will be going hands-on with all of these Switch games at E3. It's going to be nuts. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I'll remind you, if you enjoyed this video, hey, smash that like button and share it with your friends. Doing that is how we end up growing our channel, how more notifications get sent out, how it starts to pop up in people's recommended feeds. So showing that kind of support is more important than probably anything else. But hey, if you would like to support us even beyond that, we are running a special right now over on our Patreon at patreon.com/Nintendo Prime. From now until the end of E3, you can sign up for $5 or more on Patreon, and in return, not only get whatever perks are available at that level of support, you also will get a personalized thank you video recorded of me and Eric, and who knows, maybe other people we bump into as well on the show floor or wherever we might be in LA for E3. And yeah, we'll literally send that to you, privatized right to your inbox. And you can have that forever. Do what you want with it. Upload it on your own YouTube channel. Whatever you want to do with it. It is yours, and something that we're doing just extra special for new patrons at the $5 and up level for the month of June. That being said, we're also giving away a Nintendo Switch Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Bundle giveaway through the Gleam.io link down in the description. It is the Nintendo Switch Special Edition, so you can go check out that giveaway and enter if you so choose. Otherwise, again, thank you so much for tuning in. And hey, you know what? Maybe another way to end this kind of day is mention that so far we've had 3 press conferences, right? We had Microsoft, Bethesda, and Devolver Digital. And I want to ask you guys, there's 3 very different approaches to press conferences. Which one was your favorite? And I'm just going to briefly kind of give my thoughts on those 3 conferences. I thought Microsoft had a very good conference, number-wise, 8 out of 10, but whatever, the numbers don't matter. It was a very traditional press conference, but it was a well-put-together traditional press conference, which doesn't always happen, as we saw later with Bethesda. Bethesda had some very interesting games, including some new IPs, but Bethesda also didn't necessarily hit a home run themselves. Their presentation felt like it was all over the place, with a lot of padding and fluff. It ended up being like an hour and a half. Easily could have been knocked down to 45 minutes or less if they had actually just cared about giving us a nice, concise press conference. But they added a lot of padding for seemingly no reason. And that's probably what bugged me the most about it. I didn't mind, trying to spotlight developers and trying to spotlight consumers. That didn't bother me, but the way they did it just felt like it was a little bit more unnecessary. They could have easily just tossed up one video at the beginning or one video at the end, but they kept doing it throughout the press conference, and it really messed with the flow of the conference. So whereas Microsoft sort of did traditional press conferences right, Bethesda went in the complete opposite direction, which is very strange for them. And then they dropped a bunch of F-bombs trying to act like saying, the F word at E3 makes you suddenly cool or whatever. Yeah, it was shocking when it happened 5 years ago. It's not really that hip or cool anymore. It's just whatever. And then we got to Devolver Digital, and I'm not sure how to describe what I saw. You'll just have to go look at my live reaction video for that. Eric and I really had no idea what was going on. We just know that it was extremely entertaining. And right now, I give that press conference, if I'm rating anything, that's a 10 out of 10. I don't know if it can be better. Maybe we'll find out tomorrow. Limited Run Games is another one that likes to do some of these more jokey, jabby press conferences, so maybe they can top this. But I don't know. It was great. It suddenly turned into their own style of direct. They insulted every single company that's ever done a live press conference. Heck, they insulted Nintendo for how they do their digital press conference. It was just great. And they did it kind of tastefully, a little bit of respect. Not a whole lot, though. A lot of just jabs. But they also unveiled a lot of really good indie games. So it's just another great conference, and I think an awesome way to kind of kick off what is, E3 Press Conference Monday. So, all right, I've babbled on long enough. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm Nathaniel Alpha Jantz. I'll catch you in the next video.